And yet, this man in the psalmist, he loves the holiness of God. He feels attracted to it like a moth, not to a flame, but like a moth to a tornado of fire. But he wants to be with this God. Why? Because there's a fourth idea behind the holiness of God. And that is propitiation. Verse 6 and 7. Then one of the seraphim flew to me with a burning coal in his hand, which he had taken from the altar with tongs. He touched my mouth with it and said, Behold, this has touched your lips, and your iniquity, the hidden crookedness of your heart, is taken away, and your sin is forgiven. That the holy God of heaven hath it in his heart to make peace with sinners. And this seraphim, one of the burning ones, can't even hold the coal in his hand. He's got to use tongs, picks it off the altar, and flies to Isaiah and touches him, the unclean man, in the unclean place, and his sin is removed. And boys and girls, where did he get the coal? From an altar. What happens on the altar? Something dies. And Isaiah is learning a lesson here, boys and girls, that'll take the whole Bible to tell. That somehow, someone big enough to bear the weight of the infinite wrath of God and the wickedness of man, someone big enough and good enough to bear all of that sin and all of that wrath will die so that I can live in the holy presence of God. And Isaiah never dreamed it, that the one who would die was the one he saw on the throne. As John said, Isaiah said these things when he saw his glory. Christ's glory. And this all happens in the temple.